What do these 8 ingredients, a plumber in Alaska, and a bleach company have to do with America's favorite salad dressing?
I have no idea.
Stick with us, and we're going to show you. Xander, what is your favorite salad dressing?
It's ranch.
It's ranch. And I bet almost everyone has someone in their family that ranch is their favorite salad dressing too. That is the answer to our question here. These 8 common kitchen ingredients, a plumber in Alaska named Steve Henson, and Clorox are all interconnected. Ranch was invented in 1950, so about 5 years after the end of World War II, by a man named Stephen Henson. He's originally from Nebraska. He moved up to Alaska to start a plumbing company. And while he was up there, he was a plumbing contractor, so he oversaw a bunch of individual guys up there, and they're always hungry. So he invented salad dressing because eating vegetables all the time can kind of get monotonous. And they liked it so much that he kept making it. So after a couple years of doing the plumbing contracting work up in Alaska, he amassed enough money to come back into the contiguous United States. He moved to California with his wife, and he bought what is called a dude ranch. Dude. Now, a dude ranch is not necessarily what we think. It's not dude. But a dude ranch is a vacation spot. So people in the middle of the country wanted to go to the coast for vacation, and they wanted to feel what it meant to be kind of a cowboy. So a dude ranch has a lodge, kind of like a hotel, and you can go horseback riding and fishing and camping and all these kinds of things. It's really, really cool. So we bought a ranch, and can you guess what it was called?
Dude.
No, it was called Hidden Valley. Hidden Valley is synonymous with America's #1 producer of ranch. So much so that just last year, $1.3 billion of ranch were sold across our country. That is a ton. That's a billion with a B. He opened this ranch and he brought his recipe back with him, and he put it on the menu in his restaurant at the Hidden Valley Ranch. People loved it so much, he started to sell it. He actually turned it into a dried powder as well, so we could sell it in stores for people to make in their houses. And it was a huge hit, obviously. People put it on pretty much everything then, as we do now. What's your favorite thing to put ranch on?
Chicken nuggets.
Not even salad. I love dipping my vegetables in it too. Salads, sandwiches, dunk chicken in it.
I used to like it on salad because when I was little. Now I'm more of a chicken nuggets person.
Yes, you have grown and refined. His recipe consisted of just these 8 ingredients here. He had some buttermilk, sour cream, salt and pepper, mayonnaise, dill, parsley, and garlic. Now, the garlic that he used in his original recipe was dried. So dried garlic, dried onion, and then also the parsley and the dill were dry. In our recipe today, we're going to use fresh because we have it in our fridge. We need to use it up because it's starting to go on us. It also imparts a little bit more of an intense flavor that we like. But mostly no preservatives here. It was a very fresh product. It had a very short shelf life, especially in between the 50s and 70s, because food wasn't produced the same way as it is now. So in 1970, Clorox entered the picture. So Clorox, we know Clorox for our cleaning products, bleach especially. Clorox decided that they were going to make an offer, and they bought Hidden Valley. Not the ranch per se, but they bought the recipe to Hidden Valley Ranch. And ever since then, they have been the biggest producer of it. So in order to push production, to get it out to more people, to make it last longer, they added a bunch of preservatives to it, like most food industry does. So if you buy a bottle of ranch, like we have here, I'm not going to knock you for it because we do too. However, there's a lot more preservatives, a lot more stuff in there that not everybody's so fond of. So we're going to teach you here today how to make ranch at home very, very simply. So, Xander, what do you think? Should we get in the kitchen?
Yes.
So we're going to wash our hands. We're going to secure our cutting board. We're going to take these ingredients in. We're going to show you how to make ranch in a couple simple steps. All right, for this video, you'll need your chef knife.
And your little chef knife.
You'll need a juicer, a stainless steel mixing bowl, a 1/4 cup and a 1/2 cup measuring cup. You'll need a set of measuring spoons,
A whisk. A spatula.
a microplane,
And don't forget the one and only, or two and only, tasting spoons.
For this recipe, you will need 1/2 cup of sour cream, 1/2 cup of buttermilk. You can also omit the buttermilk completely if you don't like it, or if you don't want it to be as tangy. You can just use a 1/2 cup of regular milk in its place. You'll need a 1/4 cup of mayonnaise. We're using Duke's in this case. We'll need 1 clove of garlic peeled. We'll need 1/2 a lemon. We've got a whole lemon here. We're going to cut that in half and we'll juice that. A 1/4 teaspoon of both garlic powder and onion powder. About 2 teaspoons of kosher salt. We're using Morton's. You can use more if you'd like. We need some fresh dill. This is going to get us about a tablespoon. And fresh parsley. That'll get us about a tablespoon also. And then we're going to do a couple of grinds of black pepper.
That looks like the queen in chess.
Kind of does, doesn't it? So our mise en place, or things in place, is almost set. We have our ingredients, we have our equipment, but some of our ingredients still need to be manipulated just a touch more. So we're going to chop our herbs here. Okay, now that we've got our chopping of the herbs out of the way, we're going to take our lemon. Xander's going to cut that in half.
Got it.
Okay, we only need half of that. Pick our half.
I'll pick this half.
Okay, in our mixing bowl, we're going to start with our creamy products, so our dairy products and our mayonnaise. Our 1/4 cup of mayo, 1/2 cup of sour cream, and our 1/2 cup of buttermilk. Then we're going to add our dry ingredients. Go ahead, Xander. That's our garlic powder and our onion powder and our kosher salt. Good job. So we're going to do this over top of our bowl here, so that way if anything falls or drops, it goes directly into our dressing. On the back here, I'm just going to use the tip of my knife. Scrape that out real fast. And in it goes. Another chef tool. We've got a lemon juicer or a citrus juicer, citrus squeezer. It has a couple of holes to let all the liquid out without the seeds, and the press here. Go ahead and put that half in. Yep, cut side down. Perfect. Go ahead, give it a good squeeze, Xander.
It's hard.
There you go. Now use the muscles, buddy. Yeah, there you go. Good. Now, if you want your dressing to be a little bit tangier, you can use more lemon. If your lemon is tiny or a little bit dry, then we'll use extra lemon juice. So one more time, so just like this. And in it goes. Oh yeah, that was a good juicy one. And then I turn mine to the side so it lets more of the liquid out, but you can see there's no seeds that have come through. Okay. Now, once those ingredients are in, we're going to pick up our parsley. Again, it looks like more than it is because it is fluffy. If you pack it in, that should be a really big heaping tablespoon of herbs, maybe a tablespoon and a half if you get a little crazy. I typically press down to get all of the ingredients in, and then we just slowly start to work around. All that liquid, if you're not careful, you get super crazy, it'll slosh out, so we do a little bit to start. And then you can move faster. Perfect. Good job, buddy. That's that. Now, this is tight enough. You can see it's a little bit thicker. It's not quite as liquidy as you get in the restaurants or in the bottles. And that's the way we like it here at home for dipping our chicken nuggets or our cucumbers or our celery.
Or taquitos.
If you would like it to be a little bit thinner, go ahead and add upwards of another half a cup of buttermilk or milk. So in this case, we can show you what that looks like as well. Just like that. There it goes. Now, depending upon what brand of buttermilk you get, the buttermilk itself can be a bit tight. So use your judgment. Thin it out as much as you want, and then just adjust your seasoning with your salt and your lemon juice. This is looking pretty great for a salad dressing. Now, a little bit looser. Use our spatula, clean down the sides of the bowl. Cheers. All right, bud, what'd you think?
I thought it was great.
Awesome. That's what we're looking for. All right, so now we got to clean up, right? Got a bit of a mess?
Yep.
Let's go do that. All right, now we've got our base ranch made. That's one that we'll have in our house quite often. We're gonna give you 5 variations for sticking around this long with us. Each one of these variations is gonna include 1 to 3, 4 more ingredients in very simple amounts. The base ranch will stay the same. And if you don't have the ingredients to make the base ranch and you just wanna use store-bought buttermilk ranch, totally fine with us. We do that too to kind of spice it up here and there when we don't have time. So we're gonna start with chipotle ranch. And Xander, do you remember what a chipotle is?
It is a dried jalapeno pepper and it's red.
Yep, so they take a red jalapeno pepper, but they actually smoke it. And then when we go to buy it, we find it in little cans in our international section at our local grocery store, or if you have a local Mexican supermarket around or supermercado, you'll find them there in various different varieties. And you're gonna find a can of chipotle in adobo, and adobo means sauce. So they'll take the dried smoked jalapeno and they will can it up with tomato, onion, vinegar, salt, and sometimes a little bit of sugar. So once we open the can of chipotles, we're gonna pull out 2 small to medium chipotles. If you like it spicier, by all means, add a couple of extra. We like it spicy around here. But for this recipe, we're gonna use 2 chipotles and we're gonna dice them up almost kind of paste-like and then just fold those in. We're gonna add just a little bit of that adobo, that sauce that they were jarred in for a little bit extra flavor and spice. And you'll see as you start to mix that in, that red colored adobo paste will actually kind of tint the ranch just a little bit of a reddish terracotta color. Next, we're gonna do everything spiced ranch. Do you know what everything spice has in it?
It has every spice.
It has every spice. Sounds about right, but it's not quite. So in this case, everything spice is the same seasoning that you'll find on everything bagels. It typically consists of white and black sesames. It'll have dried onion flakes, a little bit of garlic, typically has salt in it too, and then it'll also have poppy seeds. Now we've got a store-bought mix. Feel free to use whatever variety you want. Some of them will have fennel, some will have nigella, some even have cumin in them. If you want to make your own, we're going to be doing a spices episode here soon, so stick around for that. Press the like button, the subscribe button,
and hit the bell notification.
Yeah, attaboy. Hit the bell notification so when we do actually do that episode, you guys will be the first to know. So again, using the base ranch recipe, we're going to add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of everything spiced directly into it, mix it up, and that's it. Very, very simple. Now, the everything spice mix that we have here at home right now has salt in it. So if you want to back down on your salt level in your base ranch recipe, by all means, feel free. I have a pretty high tolerance for salt. I like my things salty. So the recipes that you're going to see us doing, kind of take that into consideration. We do use a decent amount of salt. And on top of that, not all salt is equal. We're going to do another episode on that too here soon. We're using Morton's kosher salt here at home. So the flake salt will absorb differently than iodized salt. So again, it's up to you to do however you like, taste-wise. We're gonna leave our recipes pretty loose and basic as we move forward too. Recipes will be down in the comment section moving forward until we are able to create an emailable link as well. But we're still a little bit new at this, so bear with us as we continue to do this. Next is going to be a charred jalapeno and cilantro ranch. We're going to take a whole green jalapeno. We're going to make sure it's clean, and we're going to take and throw it on our burner, our gas stove burner here. If you don't have a gas stove or the ability to have an open flame, putting it on the grill is totally fine. You can also use a torch, a kitchen torch will work fine, or you can buy a charred pepper at the store. So we're going to char our jalapeno here until it's completely black, turning it on all sides to get them to blister. We're looking to actually burn the skin. That adds some smokiness, it'll add some flavor, and it'll allow us to peel the skin right off. Once that's charred, we're going to put it in a bowl and wrap it in saran wrap, and that'll let it steam and kind of cool down too, because we don't want to touch it when it's really, really hot. That steam will help loosen up the skin. It'll make the flesh of the jalapeno really nice and soft, and that's basically cooked through now. Once that has cooled to a point where you can handle it, we're going to take it onto our cutting board, take it out of the bowl with the saran wrap, and then we're going to peel it. So you're just going to use your thumbs and your hands. You're going to kind of slough the skin off. Go ahead and rinse that off your hands and your peppers because it makes a lot of mess. I like leaving a little bit on because it adds some interesting color to the ranch or any recipe that I'm doing, but it also adds some of that smokiness to it as well. Then you're going to cut the top stem end off, exposing the seeds. You can also just use your thumb and your fingers to peel it open if you'd like. That'll expose, again, the ribs and the seeds. Now, that's the part of the pepper that makes it really, really, really spicy. So in this case, because we're going to have it with our chicken nuggets here with the kids, we're going to remove the ribs and seeds with the back of our knife, scraping that away. If you want to leave those, totally fine. If you like it really, really spicy, that's great too. Once you've removed the seeds, you're going to run your knife through and you're going to tiny dice, or you can even go brunoise on your pepper. You're going to take that, you're going to chuck it right into your ranch, and then you're going to rough chop your cilantro next. Now in this case, we're using roughly about a heaping tablespoon of cilantro. If you like more, absolutely add more. Up to you. I know that there are lots of people that don't find cilantro to be tasty. Some people say it tastes like soap. In our house, we like lots. Mix that up, and there you have it. You've got cilantro and charred jalapeno ranch.
Wow.
Chef's kiss. Now you can add a little bit of lime juice instead of the lemon juice here, make it a little bit more of a mexy spice. You can also add some cumin too if you wanted as another variation. That's free for you guys right there, but it's up to you. And we would love to hear from you if you've added anything extra special in here as well. Now we're going to move on to ramp ranch. We're going to take the base recipe. We're going to take 3 to 4, maybe 5 fresh ramps. If you don't know what a ramp is or don't know how to clean them and use them, definitely check out the last episode where Xander and I and the rest of the family went off into the woods, did a field trip, and foraged for ramps, came home, cleaned them, and showed you the entire process step by step. So we're going to take those ramps and we're going to run our knife right through them, making a nice chiffonade first, which is a really thin slice on an herb. Run your knife all the way through the greens, all the way through the stem, and all the way down to the bulb, and then you're going to just rough chop it. And then you're just going to fold that in too. And that's that. Real simple, real easy, real fresh, very, very potent in flavor. Now, our final and 5th variation, and it is your mom's favorite, is dill pickle ranch. She will eat dill pickles in pretty much every form, and this is no exception here. So, base recipe of the ranch already has some fresh dill in it, and we're just gonna expound on those flavors. So we're gonna take 1 to 2 pickle spears. If you have pickled chips or whatnot at home, by all means use those instead, but roughly about 2 pickle spears. We're gonna rough chop those just like we've been doing with the rest of our ingredients. We're gonna add about 2 tablespoons of that pickling liquid as well. That'll thin it out a bit. However, this is going to be great to throw over top of a salad next to a Cuban sandwich, if you will. And if you want more of that dill flavor, if you want it to be super overcharged, go ahead and add another tablespoon of fresh dill. We don't do that here in this video, simply because we've got all the dill that we need coming out of the pickling liquid, the pickles, and the dill that's already there. And there you have it. 5 extra ranches.
Mwah.
Now, the possibilities are endless. I've seen people put bacon in theirs. I've seen people put smoke in theirs. I've seen people put all sorts of other stuff in there. And please, we'd love to hear from you if you've got a favorite that we didn't hit on here, but these are the 5 main ones that we see a lot and that we love here at home. I know that was a lot. We covered a lot of ground. We covered history, we covered ingredients, we covered variations, we covered all sorts of stuff. And we had a lot of fun doing it.
Yeah.
We hope that you did too, and for those that stuck around this long, we really appreciate you. If you want to see more tested recipes, let us know in the comments.
We'll see ya. Bye.